welcome back to my channel. So today I'd like to start a series that is really about the basics. I want to start talking about the best of simple items that you need in your life. And the first one that has been so highly requested and something that's been on my mind recently because I've been looking to find some new pairs that would really be fantastic is basic trousers for every day at the office. So not necessarily trousers that go with a suit per se, but trousers that you can pair with different tops for every day at work. And so functionality, like how comfortable they are, whether they wrinkle, how they look at the end of the day, and washability have been kind of at the forefront of my mind in selecting the pieces that I'm about to show you. So I hope you enjoyed this series and you find this video helpful. A lot of you also gave me suggestions for your favorite pants, so thank you to all of you who did. I had quite a successful time shopping, so let me show you what my top 5 pairs of trousers are. I think these are some of the best that are on the market currently, and they are the ones that I have enjoyed wearing the most. You'll be seeing these a lot in some of my popular videos, like for example my 5 days of fashion Monday to Friday videos. So let's get started. For many years my favorites were these Paige Ponte knit trousers. These are a skinny cut, however, so they're best suited to a business casual work environment. They look especially good with an oversized sweater or a slightly looser top because they do tend to be on the skinnier side around your bum and front area, but nevertheless they're very flattering. They do not look like leggings. That is a major beef of mine when it comes to trousers. I find more and more, even quite classic brands, like I tried on some Eileen Fishers recently in the sort of hope that they would have something quite classic, were really more like leggings. These are not. They still have the classic construction of a pair of trousers with the fastening at the front and a zipper, and although they are definitely on the skinny side, they are thicker than leggings and more structured as well. So you can see they have some interesting seaming around the knees as well. I really have loved these. I actually have several pairs of these, but I don't think that they replace a classic straight cut trousers, so they kind of started that mission as well to find something that would complement them in my wardrobe. But I really recommend these. However, another downside, as well as the fact that they're skinny, is that they are dry clean only. So I don't wash these that often, and I wanted to add a few pieces that would be washable at home easily, you know, without any of the special equipment or dryer sheets, and of course the expense if you're going to take it to the dry cleaner that can really add up very quickly. Then a pair that I purchased is from Canon Ace. These are fully washable. They're technical blend, as they call it, and they have an interesting take on fastenings because you can see they have rose gold zippers on either side of the waist. So I thought that was really interesting. However, these pants, although slightly looser than the Paige trousers, definitely have more of a casual vibe to them. They just have a bit more of a relaxed feel around the waist, and especially around the hips. They're not very fitted. They're a little bit more fitted once you get below the knees, so if you wear, again, a longer top, it will have the appearance of a pair of suit trousers. And one of the reasons that I am including these in my top 5 picks is that they feel exactly like sweatpants. So they're, unlike a lot of my suit wear, something that I'll easily just hang out for like 14 hours in and just run errands in if I want to. I've also traveled in these, so if you want something that's a little bit more loungewear inspired, then these might be a really great pick for you, and Canon Ace is doing some really interesting things with trousers along those lines that blurs the difference between loungewear and workwear. Along the more business formal sort of lines, I have this pair of trousers from Hugo Boss. These fit me wonderfully. They're so crisp. They're a wool blend. They're really high quality. They show no signs of wear despite having them for about 2 years now. They have classic Hugo Boss detailing, a belt loop. These are just very classic, formal. They make you feel like $1 million, and they're more on the straight sort of cigarette sort of side, so they taper in a little bit around the ankle, and they're ever so slightly cropped but not too much. So these have been my sort of more dressy pair. Now let me show you the 2 pairs that I've added to my wardrobe recently. I've had these for several weeks now, so I've worn them and washed them, and I'm so pleased with how they've performed. And they're my top finds for what's available right now off the rack that is full fully washable. The first pair is not black, but it's a classic gray with a little bit of a twist because it has a micro pattern. So it's a little bit of a diamond shape in a classic medium gray. It's got the pocket detailing at the back, traditional fastenings at the front like this with a button and a small zip that seems to hold very firm. One of my pet peeves is trousers that get unzipped. Those have not made it into my top 5s because I think that's just the worst. The last thing you need when you're going about your day is for your clothes to be coming off when you don't want it to. They're very comfortable. They have a little bit of a stretch in them. I really like this fit. So it's from Loft. I did get the petites in these. None of the other pants that I'm going to show you are petites, but for Loft I found that it fit me around the hips and bum area much better in petites, whereas the regular fit was very long around that area of my body. I feel like the regular at Loft is meant for someone with a much longer torso than what I have. So these are the Julies, and I got the size 2P. And I just love these. They're very crisp. I really like their interpretation of gray. It's not flat. It has a nice dimension to it. And the only reason that these aren't my holy grail is that I didn't like the black ones that I tried on. I found that this season's version at least had a bit of a weird shine under artificial light that made them look just not as high quality as I wanted. That's just my personal taste. I just didn't like the way they looked as much as I did these gray ones, so I decided to just purchase these. But the price point on these was perfect. They're perfect for every day. You can see they just look brand new despite being washed and worn. And although they are still on the newer side, I can't see any pilling, not a lot of wrinkling at all, just a great pair of trousers. I feel like for starting out, these would be so ideal, and if you're on a lower budget, you maybe won't be as picky as I am about the sheen on the black ones, and you could get these in a couple of colors and just be set. However, when it came to just finding overall a pair of black trousers that I loved, the winner for me was the Maddie fit from J. Crew. Now, these ones are a little bit more of a traditional straight cut, whereas the Julie is a little bit more on the skinny side. They have nice belt loops, a lot of sort of formal trouser type detailing, but they're cotton blend with some stretch, so they're a little bit more sort of summery than a lot of the other trousers that I own. The reason that I bought these instead of the wool blend that J. Crew does offer, which would be better for winter or fall, is that the wool blend is not washable, whereas the cotton blend is. So for somewhere like Vancouver, you'll be able to pull off wearing these for most of the year, plus you'll be able to benefit from their washable nature, which will save you a lot of money in dry cleaning and hassle. I really like a lot of the detailing on these pants. To me, they're just winners. They have flat pockets with a zip, so that way you won't get any bulk added. Bulk around the waist is a real sensitive issue for me. It's somewhere where I want everything to look as streamlined as possible, to look as slim as possible around that area. And again, they have traditional fastenings that lie flat really well. You can see, despite being washed and covered in cat fur, unfortunately, as all these pants are, that's why I have kind of put off filming this video. I know you're going to see some cat fur on these at some point. The reason is that it's just impossible to prevent cat fur on my clothing. That's why I limit myself when I get to work. Anyway, so you can see, even though these have been washed, this still lies completely flat. And to me, that was really a testament to the attention to detail and quality of these pants, because oftentimes when you start washing trousers and wearing them, a lot of the detailing around the fastening and the zipper and the belt starts to puff out a little bit more, adding sort of bulk and making them look sort of worn when they're not. So you can see they're still pretty crisp despite being washed. They were a little bit more pleated when I purchased them, but if you wanted to maintain that, you could iron them, whereas I have steamed these, as I do with all of my clothing, and these are extremely comfortable. But the Maddie is a great option, and consider the wool if that's something that's important to you. But if the trousers being washable is most important to you, then consider the cotton, because they're still nice and thick and wearable for most of the year unless you live somewhere very cold. If you have a favorite pair of trousers that I haven't mentioned, then please leave it in the comments down below so that we can all benefit from your career girl wisdom. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next installment. Bye!